I understand what it's worth doing when the industry is canceling one black guy. I know what happens when they are going to elevate another.
I'm thin! I'm thin! Look at my cheekbones!
I would love to work with Eddie. Eddie won't return my calls.
Tyler Perry is gay. I know he's gay. He knows he's gay. We all have friends that know he's gay. I've hung around Tyler Perry. I've known Tyler Perry for years.
Tyler Perry told his male actors they're not allowed to consort with me because I saw you at a Diddy party, Tyler. And you were having a glorious time.
When comedian Katt Williams stepped onto that stage and dropped bombshell allegations about Tyler Perry's deepest fears regarding Eddie Murphy, the entertainment world stopped breathing for a moment. But what he revealed about the hidden power dynamics in Black Hollywood will make you question everything you thought you knew about these comedy titans. This isn't just another celebrity feud or industry gossip. This is an explosive exposé of how fear, jealousy, and calculated manipulation have shaped the careers of some of the most powerful figures in entertainment, and the shocking truth behind Tyler Perry's alleged terror of Eddie Murphy's influence might just rewrite the entire narrative of modern black cinema. To understand the magnitude of what Katt Williams exposed, we need to journey back to the foundation of black entertainment in America, where Eddie Murphy emerged in the 1980s as a revolutionary force who shattered every barrier Hollywood had constructed around black performers. Born Edward Regan Murphy in Brooklyn, New York, Eddie didn't just become a comedian. He became a cultural phenomenon who proved that black artists could dominate mainstream entertainment without compromising their authenticity or dulling their edge for white audiences. His journey from the rough streets of Roosevelt, Long Island, to the bright lights of Saturday Night Live, then to becoming one of the highest-grossing actors in Hollywood history, represented more than personal success. It was a seismic shift in how the industry viewed black talent and their commercial viability. Meanwhile, Tyler Perry's rise told a completely different story, one of struggle, perseverance, and ultimately, the creation of an entertainment empire built specifically for black audiences who had been underserved by mainstream Hollywood. Born Emmett Perry Jr. in New Orleans, Louisiana, Tyler's path to success was paved with rejection letters, failed productions, and years of performing in small theaters across the South, building a loyal fan base that would eventually make him one of the wealthiest entertainers in America. However, the contrast between Eddie Murphy's mainstream crossover success and Tyler Perry's targeted audience approach created an underlying tension in Black Hollywood that few were willing to discuss publicly. Where Eddie Murphy had proven that black comedians could conquer every corner of entertainment, from stand-up comedy to blockbuster films to voice acting and animated features, Tyler Perry had built his empire by creating content that spoke directly to black experiences, often dismissed by critics but beloved by audiences who saw themselves reflected in his characters and storylines. This fundamental difference in approach would become the foundation for what Katt Williams would later expose as a deep-seated fear that had consumed Tyler Perry for years, manifesting in ways that would shock even industry insiders who thought they understood the complex dynamics of black entertainment politics. The conflict that Katt Williams brought to light didn't emerge from a single incident or public disagreement, but rather from years of industry maneuvering, whispered conversations, and strategic decisions that revealed Tyler Perry's alleged obsession with protecting his position as the king of black entertainment from what he perceived as Eddie Murphy's potential threat to his empire. According to Williams's explosive revelations, Tyler Perry had been systematically working behind the scenes to ensure that Eddie Murphy's influence in Black Hollywood remained limited, using his considerable power and industry connections to subtly undermine projects that might showcase Murphy's continued relevance and star power. The comedian painted a picture of Tyler Perry as someone so consumed by the fear of being overshadowed that he had allegedly engaged in what Williams described as calculated sabotage of opportunities that might remind audiences of Eddie Murphy's unparalleled legacy in comedy and film. Williams claimed that Perry's fear wasn't just about professional competition, but about something much deeper: the recognition that Eddie Murphy represented a standard of black excellence in entertainment that Tyler Perry, despite all his success and wealth, could never truly match or replicate. The allegations became even more damaging when Williams suggested that Tyler Perry's production company had actively avoided collaborating with Eddie Murphy on projects that could have been mutually beneficial, instead choosing to maintain distance to preserve the illusion that Perry had achieved his success independently without needing association with established legends like Murphy. Williams described industry meetings where Tyler Perry allegedly expressed concerns about Eddie Murphy's unpredictability and potential to steal focus from projects, revealing what the comedian characterized as an almost pathological need to control every aspect of his professional environment to prevent any comparison that might highlight his limitations as a performer compared to Murphy's natural charisma and comedic timing. The most devastating part of Williams' expose involved claims that Tyler Perry had used his influence with studio executives and network programmers to ensure that Eddie Murphy's comeback attempts received minimal support or promotion, effectively creating barriers that would make it more difficult for Murphy to reclaim his position as the undisputed king of black comedy. Williams painted Perry as someone who had become so powerful within certain circles of black entertainment that he could essentially veto projects or influence decision-making processes in ways that would protect his perceived supremacy while limiting opportunities for potential rivals like Eddie Murphy to showcase their enduring talents and cultural significance. Williams didn't just make vague accusations. He provided specific examples of projects that had allegedly been derailed, meetings that had supposedly taken place, and conversations that had reportedly occurred between Tyler Perry and industry power brokers regarding Eddie Murphy's potential return to prominence. The comedian's decision to go public with these claims represented a calculated risk that could have destroyed his own career, but also demonstrated his belief that the truth about these hidden industry dynamics needed to be exposed regardless of the personal consequences. Most shocking was Williams's assertion that Tyler Perry's fear of Eddie Murphy wasn't based on any direct threat or confrontation between the two men, but rather on Perry's own insecurities about his place in entertainment history and his recognition that Murphy's legacy as a groundbreaking performer who had opened doors for all black entertainers could never be matched or diminished. The allegations suggested that Tyler Perry's success, while impressive in its own right, was built on a foundation of anxiety about being compared to true legends like Eddie Murphy, leading to behavior that prioritized self-preservation over collaboration and community building within Black Hollywood. In the aftermath of Katt Williams' explosive revelations, both Tyler Perry and Eddie Murphy have remained largely silent about the specific allegations. But the damage to Perry's reputation as a supportive leader in black entertainment has been significant. While the incident has renewed interest in Eddie Murphy's contributions to comedy and his potential for future projects that could remind audiences of his unparalleled talent and cultural impact, the controversy has forced the entertainment industry to examine how fear and competition can corrupt relationships between successful black artists who should theoretically be supporting each other's continued success. Williams' willingness to expose these alleged dynamics has been both praised as courageous truth-telling and criticized as potentially destructive to Black Hollywood unity. But regardless of one's perspective on his motivations, the specific nature of his claims has created conversations about power, legacy, and the responsibility that successful entertainers have to support rather than undermine their peers. The revelation that someone of Tyler Perry's stature might harbor such deep-seated fears about Eddie Murphy's continued relevance has highlighted the complex psychology of success in entertainment and the ways that insecurity can manifest even among the most powerful figures in the industry. What's your one-word reaction to these explosive allegations about Tyler Perry's alleged fear of Eddie Murphy? Drop shocked, believable, or unfair in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe for more Celebrity Expos represented a standard of black excellence in entertainment that Tyler Perry and Eddie Murphy have remained largely silent about the specific allegations, but the damage to Perry's reputation as a supportive leader in black entertainment has been significant. While the incident has renewed interest in Eddie Murphy's contributions to comedy and his potential for future projects that could remind audiences of his unparalleled talent and cultural impact, the controversy has forced the entertainment industry to examine how fear and competition can corrupt relationships between successful black artists who should theoretically be supporting each other's continued success. Williams' willingness to expose these alleged dynamics has been both praised as courageous truth-telling and criticized as potentially destructive to Black Hollywood unity. But regardless of one's perspective on his motivations, The specific nature of his claims has created conversations about power, legacy, and the responsibility that successful entertainers have to support rather than undermine their peers. The revelation that someone of Tyler Perry's stature might harbor such deep-seated fears about Eddie Murphy's continued relevance has highlighted the complex psychology of success in entertainment and the ways that insecurity can manifest even among the most powerful figures in the industry. What's your one-word reaction to these explosive allegations about Tyler Perry's alleged fear of Eddie Murphy? Drop shocked, believable, or unfair in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe for more celebrity exposés and industry secrets that reveal the truth behind Hollywood's biggest personalities. Check the description for detailed sources and timeline breakdowns of this developing story,